Man, you know it's going to be a bad night when you're starting up a computer that you've had for months and it says, let's finish setting up your device. I don't know what is more concerning, like that it lost some apparently fundamental settings, or that like device, it doesn't know it's a computer. Like, could it still be a smartphone? We don't know. Well, it seems to be fine now, and that is good news for those of us who rely on this moment to get us through the week. This is the Sunday Antisocial Hour, that time each week when I smoke my pipe and complain about humanity while answering all of its questions. And if you are a piece of humanity with a question for me, leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag AskMax, and I will answer any question unless I don't want to. So, let's see. Saturday night, anything happen in the news this week? Anything happen today? What just happened that I could talk about for a while? No, we're not going to go down that road because clearly 40% of our government is still conspiring against itself. So why should we think that we could fix it? What do we know that our elected representatives do not? By the way, my senators were split. One of them voted to acquit, one of them voted to convict. So what does that say about me? Like, am I represented or not? Am I half represented? I don't understand. Howard asks Max, I long for the days of a do-nothing Congress, don't you? Yes, 100% I agree with you. I wish I could heart that more than once, but all it will let me do is remove. I heart it once, and then I hover over it, and it says, remove heart. And that sounds, you never want to remove someone's heart. I guess there are certain occasions in which you might, but you better have a good plan, okay? So, I'm already remiss because it's Sunday, February 14th. It is Empty Gesture Day. I hope you guys are having a great one. I hope you got your wives something that they'll throw away in a few days, and enjoy the togetherness. Because if there's one thing that we haven't all had in the last year, it's togetherness. You know, I'm just so psyched to be spending a day at home tomorrow with my family in our 800 square foot house. We're gonna be so together. Let's be real for a second. Can you imagine how sick of me they are? I mean, can you, like, you guys only have to see me once a week, right? And you can turn the video off. They can't turn me off. They're stuck with me the whole week long. Another coffee question from Les Brady. Are you still drinking Medaglia d'Oro? And if so, what is your water to grounds ratio and in what medium? Well, no, I'm not. And here's why. I found something better. It's called Starbucks. For someone who is not a hipster, I feel terrible saying this. But the Starbucks something roast, I don't know. It's the one that says intense and smoky. Get it? Smoky? It's like smoking a pipe, but it's liquid in a hydro flask because I am a hipster. French roast. That's why I couldn't think of it, is because it has the most boring name ever. Intense and smoky. And I find it to be good. It's good. And the Medaglia d'Oro is good as well, but it was a little much sometimes. Like, my stomach didn't quite want me to drink so much Medaglia d'Oro. And this stuff, I'm okay with my hydro flask full. This is full of decaf right now, actually. But yeah, and so my water, I take one of the scoops that they sell in the grocery store, and I get a big, like, mound of coffee in there, and I just put it in the filter, and then I pour enough water over it to fill up the hydro flask. That's it. I don't have any rituals or anything. Unlike smoking my pipe. By the way, this is my Stanwell pot. It's one of my favorites. What a great smoking pipe. I find that it's a very neutral pipe. It's more neutral than any other Briar that I own, I think. Maybe I'm just spoiled from all the cobs, but super neutral smoke. And in it, I'm smoking Charing Cross. And today, the purpose of this video is to complete the 5 and 3 pipe challenge I have some notes here that, but we're going to get to that because I only have a couple more questions here. Number one, from the Collapse Experiment, didn't they use knives in Ender's Game? Possibly. It's been a long time since I've read that, but the point that I would throw back is Ender's Game is science fiction. They also used knives in Starship Troopers, in which they had space marines. We have a space force, which maybe like space. Does anyone even know what the space force does? Ember Drifter says, looks like my comment got deleted, possibly for agreeing with you about what seems to be the root of many conspiracy theories. I wonder, could it be? You know what? The problem with having a YouTube channel for 5 years now is that there are so many inside jokes, like the Pop-Tarts thing, so many inside jokes that if I used them all in every video, no one would know what was going on. Let's see, what else? Oh, and Cassidy Rose was supposed to go to the front of the line, but she didn't. Sorry about that. Collapse Experiment also says, you're going to redo the theme music with a banjo? Question mark. Huh? I mean, do I have theme music right now? Kind of. I was actually thinking that it would be very over a pipe of me if I had some bumper music, you know, just to kind of get the video going. But then I was like, I'd have to find some. I would have to search YouTube for royalty-free music and then drag the file over into my video editor. It's way too much work to get free content. Anyway, all right, Cassidy Rose, the 26th subscriber to this channel, who should have gone to the front of the line but did not. My sincere apologies. When you close your eyes and picture utopia, what do you see? Man, that we're gonna need to narrow that one down. Like, I could say I picture fields and fields of fine tobacco with unicorns jumping through them, or I could like talk about practical utopias that we think we could achieve, like, oh, I wish everybody had health insurance, which I don't even know if I wish that, by the way. I have health insurance now, and I must admit, I went to the doctor this week to get referrals to all the specialists that I need to see because I haven't had health insurance for 7 years, 8 years, and I didn't have to pay anything. They were like, you don't have a copay. It's free. You just come in and we take care of you. And I almost, literally, I'm not joking, I almost teared up. Like, the fact, like, I did not know how much stress I had around the fact that I had no health insurance. And, you know, now I got to go see all these specialists. I got hand problems. These hands that I carry around every day, they get, you know, I got to get stuff fixed in the hands. I got problems with my ears. So, you know, in addition to all the regular medication I take just to stay sane, probably going to be on hand Prozac. They're going to give me hand, whatever. No, they referred me to a hand surgeon. So that sounds like a lot of fun. What's the point? I think the concept of a utopia in this life is actually a really dangerous thing. I think that if your metaphysical beliefs align so that you can believe in a utopia in the next life, wonderful, good for you. But those of us who try to bring it into this life are misguided. And so if my utopia would be voluntary. I don't need to blow anybody up in the market to bring about my utopia, nor do I need like purges or Bolshevism or anything like that. And I think that what I thought was probably the second best thing to utopia, which was a mostly free market economy, probably isn't. So I'm very disillusioned about utopia. You know, it just seems like a place where if we could sort of thread the needle between making sure everyone has what they need while also making sure we're not like taking their rights away at the same time, that would be it. That would be the magical formula. I don't think you can do that. I think to make sure everyone has what they need, you got to take stuff from some people and give it to other people. And so therefore you're violating those people's rights. So it is a philosophical impossibility. Ergo, to get to that point, you would have to be in utopia. So that's my utopia. Everybody's got what they need. Nobody's got to worry about like being trampled upon. And there's got to be one unicorn. I mean, at least one. Like, at least, like, if you had multiple unicorns, then it would, like, you could really have, like, a classy utopia. Because you'd have, like, you know, Utopia Unicorn Diner with the unicorn burgers and unicorn sausage. So, this is the part of the video where you realize that I'm really actually kind of far removed from what's happening in the YTPC these days. I keep up with certain folks, but the pipe challenges that go around, I'm woefully out of touch because I just don't have enough time to make videos and watch videos. Or like, well, actually I have plenty of time. I'm just usually asleep. I took a nap tonight from 7 to 7:30. The depression screening is just hilarious. It's just because I do it, you know, I go for a physical every year. And even though I didn't have insurance, I don't want to like get thrombosis or what is that a thing? I don't want to become a thrombone. And so I do this depression. They give you the depression screening and like there's things you notice when you don't have health insurance, right? So it's like 5 questions. It's like, have you lost interest in the things you used to enjoy? There's a freaking global pandemic. No, I'm still going out to bars every night. I'm taking in live music. I went to a theater. What the hell do you think? Anyway, so normally I try to answer these questions honestly, and this year I was just like, I'm gonna pick the most severe answer for everything, like except for the things that I think will make them call the cops. So, you know, I was just like, yeah, I sleep about 20 hours a day, and I've gained 200 pounds, which is not that far off. And yeah, I'm a total burden to my family, and I wish I was dead. And do I have thoughts of self-harm or harming others? No, I don't really think of self-harming others. I mean, that's a whole different story. They were just like, okay, the doctor will see you in a minute. And I'm like, aren't you gonna help me? Like, I just told you that I'm like the most depressed person you've ever met. Are you gonna anything? And my doctor didn't even bring it up. So the thing you notice when you have health insurance is that you pay for that. You pay for that. Like when I would get my thing, it'd be all itemized, and I would actually pay attention to it because I'm the one paying for it. It'd be like depression screening, $150. I mean, what? What is the expertise I'm even paying for there? Like, here's this guy. He's a self-employed artist. He hasn't had health insurance in 8 years. He comes in every freaking year to re-up on his antidepressants, and he takes moody black and white landscape photos of trees in the fog. Could he be depressed? Maybe so. You see a lot, Dr. Lecter. All right, let's get to the 5 and 3 pipe challenge. I have no idea what the rules of this challenge. I Googled it, or I YouTubed, I searched for this, and there was like 10 other challenges. There was like a 3-pipe challenge and a 5-pipe challenge, and then there was like a 3-blend challenge, and everybody was doing different challenges. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm rudderless. This is when we need a central committee. We really should bring back Norbo. Anyway, I'm supposed to name 5 blends that fit into certain categories. And I think that this is probably going to be a non-standard way of answering these questions. And then I will tag 3 pipers whose answers I would like to hear. So this apparently originated with Buckeye Piper, but I haven't found the original video. Whatever. If I'm doing it wrong, I'm sorry. Your daily smoking blend. If I had to pick a blend, it would be Beck's Old Limey Bastard. I mean, actually, my daily smoking blend is whatever I have open because I'm trying to systematically go through my cellar, and it's going to take the rest of my life. I have so much tobacco. But if I just in a utopia where I had as much of any kind of tobacco as I wanted, it would be Old Limey Bastard for my daily blend. Your favorite over-the-counter blend? Carter Hall is the only one I've ever found any redeeming quality in. I am very much a tobacco snob. I think that if you are going to partake in a risky activity, and I think that the risk here is very low, but it is still a risky activity, be as freaking elitist as you can about it. Like, if I'm going to drink beer, I'm not going to drink Budweiser, you know? Like, that's not worth the calories. So my stance on pipe tobacco is, unless I really love it, I'm going to steer away. Like, you're going to have to sell me on an over-the-counter blend. But Carter Hall's okay. It's if it were the only tobacco left in the world, that would be a dystopia. I would still smoke it. Your Friday night smoke. What night is it tonight? I have no idea. It's Saturday night. Yeah, I mean, there again, it's not like Friday night is any different from any of the other nights these days. So it would probably just be my daily smoke. I think though that in pre-COVID Friday nights, assuming there were some lads came over to join me here in the community garden and massage parlor, I would probably want to smoke something a little stouter than Old Limey Bastard. I'm gonna go with Northwoods on that. It's more full bodied, I think. So Boswell's Northwoods. I mean, actually, the answer to all these questions could just be Boswell's Northwoods. A tobacco you smoke to impress others. I mean, I could go a few ways with this, because you could say, oh, if I want to impress like the general public, I'm going to smoke some kind of frou-frou aromatic, right? Because it will smell good to them. But if I want to impress like y'all, probably Pirate Cake. Probably Pirate Cake, although we could put this under special occasion tobacco too, but because I am saving it for a special moment, but it would be impressive in this thing of ours. I have a tin of Three Oaks Syrian that I have been sitting on for about 4 years now. I mean, not literally, because it would be squish, but like, yeah. But I mean, I think I would throw Pirate Cake out as like, yes, 70% Latakia. I'm that guy. Last but not least, the special occasion tobacco. And there again, I will point to the fact that we are living through a mass casualty event that involves a communicable disease. So if I am invited to a special occasion, I will be smoking a big bowl of Elizabethan mixture that day so that I am puking and don't have to go. So that was the 5 part. Now I have to tag 3 other pipers. I'm sure Martin at Over a Pipe has already done this, right? Let me check. I don't think he has. I don't think, all I see on Martin's channel is this Dell crusade he's on. Apparently he's really, really excited by a Dell or Alienware product. Does Dell own Alienware now? Anyway, he thinks they're just like the best of the best in terms of personal electronics, and wants everyone to know about it, and is really doing a lot of free advertising for them. Anyway, other than that, and like, dude, you're giving away, he gave away Frog on the Town. No, you keep that, man. That's your special occasion. That's your, rich uncle dies and you inherit $1 million tobacco. Anyway, Martin, I'm going to tag you first. I want to hear what your 5 blends are. Having gone through the first 3 rows of his videos, I don't see anything about it. Collapse experiment, previously typing Piper. I want to hear what your 3 blends are. I want to hear about Agenda 21. No, I want to hear about Agenda 5 and 3. 3 blends, 5 blends. What are we doing again? Last but not least, I want to see how much sway I still have in the YouTube pipe community. I am going to tag our mayor, Derek Tant. Derek, get in your office and do your job. Answer the 5 and 3 pipe challenge. That's what I want to see from you. Actually, I'm very interested, because you have a wide breadth of knowledge on this subject, and I still need to go back and watch your Northwoods re-impression. Northwoods, by the way, is a national treasure, and I should probably go buy more of it right now. All right, I think we're done. While we're on the subject, I still need to do my pipes and tobacco cellar tour. I'll polish up the pipe rack, polish up all the pipes, and then I'll put the cellar in something other than a 3-year-old Huggies box to make it all impressive, and give you guys a tour. And I'm almost done with Charing Cross, and it has been delightful. I love this tobacco. I can't really read you the tin description because I currently have this last little bit in a Ziploc bag. But I find it to be quite robust in both taste and versatility. It's a versatile tobacco. It's not too much of any one thing, you know. So Charing Cross is up there on my list. Not gonna bump any of the regulars off the list. Man, I should do a top 5 tobaccos. There's so much stuff I should do. There's so much, and so we've got the pipe and tobacco tour coming up. I haven't recorded any of it, so it's going to come up sometime in the next 2-3 years. And I also want to do a gear rundown. I got a new knife this week, and I it's not the Space Force knife. It's not. If someone wants to send me, if you want to buy me a Space Force knife so I can do a space test on it, you send that right on. But otherwise, don't send me anything. I have so much stuff. You guys are so generous. I'm not fishing for stuff. But I am hoping to get to some more tobaccos and do impressions and reviews and stuff like that. And I want to tell you about my woods gear, because some people actually seem to care. My woods, I was looking at my analytics today, and the antisocials are like far and away the most watched content on the channel, which is just so weird to me, because I just feel like a real asshole when I'm done with it. I mean, like, man, I was just sarcastic to a camera for 20 minutes. Like, no one wants to be berated by me for 20 minutes for being a piece of humanity, but apparently you do. And then the videos where I'm out in the woods, they're starting to catch up. They're starting to catch up a little bit. So I think there is some interest there. Thank you so much for spending your time with me on your Sunday morning, in this case, and keep the ends out for the ties that bind.